Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Nemesis Gaming League, where the grind continues. We are back for another match. We're taking it back to the Nemesis League, of course, the Novice League. We've got the 3 and the 4 seed, Ignite versus Lynx. Your boy Psychonautic in the booth to bring that play-by-play, joined by somebody who I haven't shared this booth with in quite a while, and I'm honored to have you with me, the man, the myth, the legend, Cooking Bagels. What's up, bud?
Hey, I'm doing great, and it has been a really long time. I think we casted one regular season match this whole season, and then other than that, I think we had a pair of playoff ones last season. But yeah, it has been too long, my friend.
Yes, I fully agree. They're trying to keep us away because they know that we've got the special bond on the food, and they're like, nah, we can't
Oh
have
yeah,
this. We got to get the Rocket League. We can't have the food talk. This isn't the cooking channel.
it is not. But hey, I'm sure we'll slip in a reference or two somehow, some way in the middle of this.
Facts. That's facts. So, okay, so Novice League, we got Lynx versus Ignite. Like I said, 3rd and 4th seed. What do you know about these? Do you know? I know you're the Titan League guy, but you also are a GM, so I assume you have at least a little bit of knowledge about what's going on here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, Lynx, they've pretty much been a powerhouse for all season, but then their record kind of fell off by the wayside towards the end of the season, and then Ignite kind of just showing up big as well. But I feel like Lynx they got to be feeling like they got this matchup. I feel like they have a lot of confidence, and I think it'll be up to Ignite, even though the seeding is close there. I think Ignite will have to be the guys to step up to the table here.
Yeah, and we'll see if they're able to. Now, earlier in the season, which was actually pretty early in the season, I think back in June, Lynx and Ignite went head to head, and Lynx won that in a 3-1. But I think there's been some, at least minor roster changes, if not some major roster changes going to both. But now I've heard through Novice General that Lynx is pretty heavy on the demo game.
Yeah, I mean, just the last time I saw them on stream, it just looked like they were pretty heavy on all of their game. The demos, the speed, the mechanics for Novice League, that is. But I mean, it just looked like they were on top of their game in all facets. And like I said, it'll just be up to Ignite to try and kind of smack them in the teeth in this first game to try and throw off that rhythm for them. And we've seen so many upsets. We just saw one earlier tonight with Hydra. I mean, the seeding was really close. It was 4-5 for that one as well. But I mean, it'll be up to Ignite here to try and throw up an upset as we've seen so many times so far.
We will definitely see. So from the way you've been talking here, Bagels, I'm pretty sure I can make an accurate guess, but let me hear it from you. Let me hear it from the horse's mouth. What is your prediction here? Is it Lynx taking it?
As much as I love the name DP Snail over there, excellent name. Not as good as Bob Woggle. Not as good as
Not as
Bob
good.
Woggle.
Not as
But
good.
I think I'm gonna have to go with the Lynx here. Probably I'll give it a 4-2 fashion, maybe 4-2.
4-2 in favor of the Lynx. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Cooking Bagels. Let's see if he's right. I think we've got everybody in the lobby, and we are going to get straight into this action. Lynx versus Ignite. This is a best of 7 matchup to see who moves into the semifinals. As we get into this, Isaac in his own corner sends it out. Veet getting a touch on it. Costly going up the wall, taking his time. He hits it out, but he can't follow. Orbital. Veet sends it out back. Free wave. Can't get the second touch. DP Snail, which is a name that you love. But a little thing I saw about DP Snail in the novice. Oh,
Oh,
Isaac!
there
Oh,
he is.
DP Snail showing up.
The crystal, maybe even inherited my crystal ball moment here, Psycho. As soon as you speak the man's name with the pre-flip, just muscling his way through.
Bagels, the seer. I like it. The crystal ball moment. Yeah, and I seen some people trying to flame Snail in the novice general because I think he did some sort of freestyle tournament and won like some credits off of it, but it was like diamond level freestyle, so some people were trying to give him some grief over it, but I mean, he's showing up so far here, so he might make some people eat some words.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and if there was a place to show off the ego or challenge egos, it would be the Novice League, as they are the loudest of the bunch usually, along with Prospect. But hey, you know what? Good way to start off here, and you know, maybe he can put some performance behind that name there.
We will certainly see Costly trying to get something going for Lynx as they trail by one here. 3 minutes, 36 seconds left on the clock. Veet putting it off the backboard. Isaac gets a touch, but Costly's there to keep it going for Lynx. Costly again can't get it through, though. As the ball floats up, Veet puts it off the backboard. Isaac touches it to pop it into the corner. Isaac with the follow. He's going to slow things down. He gets the touch, can't get it through Veet. Snail trying to help out as it pinches out to the mid. Orbital taking a shot, but Costly going to get in front of it. DP Snail keeps it alive, but the ball's going to float into the corner as Costly makes the touch. Isaac putting it back out to the mid. Snail's there. He can't get it through the defense. Orbital Game's gonna find one. What an angle from him.
Yeah, that was perfectly placed off of a good 50 from the man DP Snell. A little bit of a team bump. It looked like Veet kind of bumped into the rear end of Freewave there, and that's what opened up that net. But either way, good shot location from Orbital to sneak that one in. And this is not what I was expecting, Psycho. Lynx, they're sitting at 0 shots here to start off this first 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. Oh my
Oh,
goodness, they're
hold
at
on.
least getting a shot.
Oh!
Oh my, and there you go. Veet's gonna be able to finish that one.
Okay, another. At this point, is it Caster's Curse or is it the Crystal Ball coming into effect? Because I say they have no shots and they get one as soon as I say something. And a crazy save actually coming out from Orbital, but just not enough to get that one out. And Lynx are gonna capitalize on that one.
Yeah, and I think the second one was a caster's curse, if you ask me. But the first one, yeah. So you're like playing both sides, Bagels. You got the black magic and the white magic going for you at the same time.
You know, sometimes it's hard to decide which one you want to go for, but you just hope you put all your chips on black, and then it'll hit one way or the other, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, for sure. And I'm sure Lynx are hoping that same thing, that it's going to hit one way or the other. Hopefully, in Ignite's net. Veet trying to get one but can't find it. Freewave going for the demo, but Isaac jumps over him and gets the 50 with Costly as Orbital gets the clearing touch, sends it into Lynx zone. Freewave and Veet with the double, but they're going to both continue following it as the bump comes out, but then Veet just leaves the ball as Costly is going to drive that one down. That was a bit of a novice moment there. I feel like Bagels, minute 40 left on the clock here, and Lynx just sort of left the ball there.
Yeah, and actually, in the one stream game I have seen of Lynx, I mean, I think they ended up sweeping in the series I did watch, but they were just so fast. But one thing I did notice is that they were all over each other. And like you mentioned earlier, this demo game coming out, they're looking for a lot of bumps on an Ignite and just running over each other in the process. But it's kind of working. They're starting to dismantle Ignite a little bit, but definitely a weird opportunity where both players were in that corner and they just opted to leave the ball.
Yeah, I think if they can clean up the double commits a little bit, and like you said, and then obviously not just like leave an opportunity on the table, but um, those demos, especially at the novice level, one demo can throw a wrench into the rotations completely and just make people mad and throw off the
Oh,
game all sorts. So, ooh, Costly trying to get one. We'll see if Lynx is able to do anything in the last 40 seconds of this game as the ball's up in front of Ignite's goal. Orbital to send it away. 30 seconds left. Freewave putting one off the backboard. Veet can't get to it in time. Snail gonna get the save. Orbital gets blocked by Costly. Lynx keeping the dream alive. Snail trying to get it out of his corner. Veet putting one on, but it goes wide. Costly put it back in front. Isaac's there, but can't, or Freeway was there, but
Oh,
can't get it. Veet also trying, but can't put it in. The ball only has to touch the last second. And Lynx trying to keep it up, trying to stay alive. Orbital trying to get it down. Freeway pops it up, but nobody's going to be able to get to it. Ignite is going to be your winners of game one.
and just an absolute crazy display of defense there to finish off those last few seconds for Ignite. Barely able to maintain that victory for game one here, but I mean, honestly, that was a pretty impressive performance from Ignite here to be able to, like I was looking for, kind of smack him in the teeth, get him in the mouth early. And they made Lynx. I mean, I had a lot of confidence in Lynx, and granted, it's only game one, so plenty of time for either teams to adjust their play style. But I mean, I don't know who gave you the intel, Psycho, but that was some good intel on those bumps because Lynx they were coming for Ignite, but it didn't seem to work out for him just quite in this game one.
Yeah, I remember. I can't remember exactly who it was, but somebody in Novice General was just upset about Lynx demoing, and I lurk in Nemesis a lot, and a lot of the chats, and just read what people have to say. So seeing that them talk about that, I saw, okay, Lynx is, got this play style. So I'm glad that I didn't have to put my foot in my mouth and they're actually playing that way.
Absolutely. I mean, there's just so many times where if it wasn't a demo, they at least got the bumps and almost worked out so many times. But luckily for Ignite, it looked like they had a really good defensive stand for the majority of game one, and they were able to put those first two goals away early and able to hold off the Lynx offense.
See if they're able to continue as Lynx make a big save and get the counter attack. Free Wave gonna find a sniper goal.
And that was a big hit out from Veet and Freewave. Just, this is what I saw in that one stream match, is that the Lynx players, they're really tightly positioned between all three of them, and that quick hit out to the side while Ignite just wasn't ready for the banger, and our boy DP Snail, he got left last back and just could not make the touch.
Snail living up to his name, just being a little too slow, and I don't mean that in a
Oh
bad way.
no.
I don't mean that in a toxic way. I don't mean that in a toxic way. However, it just didn't work out. But Snail, all the love, don't mean anything by it. Oh my goodness, Free Wave coming in and getting a securing goal for Lynx.
And again, the Lynx players all over each other, all three of them within about a 10-foot radius, but it just worked out. The speed. Isaac, he tried to get a little air dribble out of the midfield there, but he just got hard dunked. And now all of a sudden, Lynx, I think they're a little mad they lost game one, because I'm seeing a different Führer in them right now.
Yes, I agree. It seems the tables have turned. Lynx playing quite a bit faster, quite a bit more aggressive. Veet putting it off the backboard. Isaac able to get the 50, get in his favor, and he gets it out, but Costly bangs it from his own corner, gets the clear. Snail with the 50 sends it to the mid. Veet's going to get control of it, but he gets demoed by Snail as Orbital gets demoed by Free Wave.
They're just
Isaac,
tossing bodies at them.
most definitely the bodies are hitting hard. Isaac is trying to hit one, almost does, but Free Wave makes the save. Orbital puts it into the corner. It bounces out to the mid. Isaac pops it up into Lynx's other corner. Costly trying to follow. He does. He gets two touches, gets it over Isaac in the mid, but Orbital makes the stop, sends it to the side, pops it out to the mid. Veet gets the touch, sends it down to Freewave. Freewave gets control, pops it past one. Veet pops it off of the backboard, leaves it for Costly, who puts it on, but it gets deflected by Snail. The ball gets pushed back out to the mid, and we near the end of the first half of this game two here, Bagels, and Lynx are up by two. Ignite doing a lot, making some good effort, but just can't find the
Oh
back of
my.
the net. Oh, this is dangerous.
Yeah, and definitely Lynx they're proven to be a different team right now. But Ignite, I mean, it seems like they're still able to keep the Lynx at bay. But I mean, they just scored two quick, fast goals, and honestly, they're just clustered so close together. And I don't think Ignite is ready for all three of these Lynx players to be that close to each other. I mean, they're even double committed on defense here, but it's working because they're just outpacing Ignite at the moment, and they've really ramped it up since game one. It's first half is done and dusted for game two, and Ignite, they haven't had really any solid opportunities here.
But they are playing some good defense as we see Orbital get a clutch save right there. And Isaac trying to push one down, but Freewave makes a touch off his own post. Freewave gets it past the defender in the midfield. Freewave gets the demo on Snail, who I think just came back from being demoed.
And he got spawn bumped again.
Oh my goodness, is not working out for him. As Freewave tries to put one on, it goes wide, hits post. Costly puts it back out mid, but hits it just a little too hard. Freewave going to go up, get the touch on it to get it back mid. Veets there, gets it off the backboard. One more to follow, but nobody from Lynx there. Costly finally getting to it, taking it back into Ignite's zone. But Isaac trying to get it out, gets put back in. Costly missing his touch. Freewave going to put one on an empty net.
Yeah, and this whole game too has just been absolute suffocation from Lynx onto Ignite, and then in fact the only player back on defense was another player from Lynx. He was trying to wait on the backboard and try and get a redirect there, and the bumps are coming in full force. The speed from Lynx, the close positioning, and Ignite, they're looking to get one here, but Costly with a save off to the side. They are just, it was a complete adaptation from Lynx here in game two, and Ignite have played good defense, but the few that have gone through have been open nets, and there's just nobody there.
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if maybe Lynx didn't underestimate
Oh my.
Ignite. Oh, that's almost would have been a free roller, but Isaac was able to get back. Beat with the clanger on the net. 4 goals now for the Lynx.
And not quite sure what Isaac was doing here. He got one touch and just flipped away from the ball, looking to get a corner boost maybe, but either way, another basically open net, because that was a ground pincher if I've ever seen one. But I think you saw what I saw on defense. Somebody on the Lynx got a pre-flip upside down flip clear. I don't even know what to call that, but it just came all the way back onto the Ignite side, and oh my gosh, Veet, what an absolute banger on the net right there.
Yeah, I agree. 73 miles an hour. Even pros have problems reacting fast enough to stop a shot of that magnitude. But we just seen it. Veet securing the win for the Lynx here in game 2 and pretty much tying up the momentum, if you will, of the series. There you have it. Lynx taking game 2, tying up the series. As we move on to a game 3, you got to wonder, Bagels, what's going through Ignite's mind? Because Ignite won the last match, but I don't know, Lynx looking pretty hot.
That was just a different animal, if you will. A little pun there, but I just it looked like they played the same. Like, it just looked like they played better. I feel like they tried to bring the same play style to the table in game one, but Ignite just somehow was able to keep them at bay. But either way, Lynx, they improved upon that play style, because I didn't think it was possible, but they found a way to even get more bumps onto Ignite, more demos, and more speed, more close positioning that somehow Ignite wasn't quite able to punish. It's so weird. All three of these Lynx players are on top of each other, fighting for ball possession between the three of them, and maybe just it's so confusing that Ignite doesn't know what to do. They don't know how to read it. But I mean, it's wild. This Lynx playstyle is wild.
Yeah, and it seems, I don't know, that I think that the bumps and stuff throw a lot of wrenches into the defensive rotation, and that not only that, but they're sort of getting into the mental side of things. You know, a lot of people, oddly enough, to me, it's a weird phenomenon in my opinion, but a lot of people get upset about getting bumped, about getting demoed. You know, and I don't know about you, Bagels, but to me, that's like a quarterback being upset about getting sacked. It's just it's strange.
Well, I mean, I can understand the frustration, but it's just up to the team to stop it, and nobody is stopping Costly on this one. Again, just outpacing the team, and a good pass from Freewave.
Yeah, really nice pass from Freewave, especially coming out from a novice, and Costly reading that through the defender. with a nice goal right there, starting things off in the first 30 seconds for Lynx and dictating. Oh my goodness, Isaac with an answer straight off the kickoff.
Yeah, I could see him aiming for that back post shot. He almost put it a little bit too far to the left, but either way, really good shot location from him off of the kickoff there. But back to your point, a quarterback can be mad about getting sacked all he wants, but ultimately it's up to the team to prevent him from getting sacked, and that's what Ignite has to do. It demos, they're a part of the game, and I mean, I hate getting bumped, I hate getting demoed, but ultimately they can be avoided. But again,
Whoa.
this shot from Freewave, these last two shots from the Lynx going in have just stellar.
Yes, very nice shot right there from Freeway. What a placement. Just a little, I don't even know. I call that top 90, but I know it wasn't like super close to it. But wow, for a novice, the placement right there was absolutely beautiful from Freewave. And not Lynx gonna go up by one, take the lead
Oh,
here in
oh
game
no.
three. Oh no, Isaac gonna get another answer. Woo!
That was a big clear, but again, these two Lynx players, Veet and Costly, they were right next to each other, trying to rotate back, and ended up putting that in their own net. But I mean, I'll try and finish my point before another rapid fire goal gets scored here. Oh, okay. Oh, it was a fake. Oh, thank God. A little fake kickoff coming out from Ignite right there. But I mean, ultimately, Ignite, they just gotta, the demos and bumps, they can be avoided, but it's up to the rotation and just the avoidance efforts. They got to be able to stay away from these Lynx players on defense and take away that part of their game.
And we will see if they're able to do just that. We are tied up, 3 minutes 33 seconds left on the clock for this one. Anybody's game at this point. Both teams are playing their hearts out right now, and given that they're all Costly, trying to keep it going. Orbital trying to send it out. Costly again comes out of the corner, puts it in front of the net, trying to get the Doomsy. Doesn't get the touch, but gets the goal.
Yeah, and again, another goal resulting from a Lynx demo. They just gotta find a way to avoid it. DP Snail doing his darndest to try and find a touch. Maybe if he, a little bit hard to ask mechanically of a novice right there, but well, it's really hard to, when you're sideways on the wall like that and upside down, the mechanical input gets a little wonky, but he almost found the touch. But either way, another good shot and another big demo, and they just gotta, Psycho, they gotta find a way to avoid these Lynx players.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
the Lynx are putting on strong in the demo. They're just opening the net wide open and leaving easy shots for themselves. And you know, this is exactly what I've heard. I've seen some people malding in Novice Gen over this exact reason. And I mean, yeah, it sucks, but at the
Oh.
same time, Bagels just oh, there's a rule one. Costly and one okay, Costly and Ignite did a rule one. This is interesting.
Yeah, a little bit of a. I mean, I guess you could call that a constant bumping. So Lynx is they're still bumping, but no movement happening at the moment. But we'll have to see if the 2v2 game might actually favor Ignite here potentially.
Maybe. The rule one is an Ignite's goal. But we'll see what happens here as we proceed with the 2v2, as it seems both of these players are going to respect rule one. V puts it down to Freewave. Freewave gonna get the goal.
And I think a last-ditch effort to try and break the rule one may have come out, but he was too deep in the net for Isaac to stop that
Oh,
one. But again, the high-flying mechanics of these Lynx players coming out. And I don't know what happened between game one, game two. Maybe they just didn't take Ignite seriously in game one, but definitely a different beast here in this Lynx squad in game two, game three, and it almost just feels like it's getting worse. I feel like Ignite, they had that 2-2 scoreline just a minute ago, and suddenly Lynx continuously find ways to ramp up their own play style as they're sitting at a 5-2 scoreline here.
yeah, I agree with that. And not only that, as we just saw, they've sort of just taken to playing keep away at this point. They're not even necessarily trying to just score. They're just getting demos. They're chasing demos and playing keep away from Ignite. Ignite needs to find a way to get through this. And even if they can't come back in this game, oh, Orbital Games almost getting it through, gets it past one, but gets saved away in the end. But Ignite needing to just sort of maybe already put this game behind them, even though there's a minute left on the clock. They're down by 3. Isaac gonna get one, and now they're only down by 2 with the minutes. So let me take that back, Bagels.
And again, another bump coming out from the Lynx, but DP Snail still able to pass that ball off to Isaac. And it seems like as long as Ignite are avoiding these bumps in the midfield on defense, they're able to break out onto offense. They're only sitting at 4 shots, but 3 out of 4 is a pretty good shooting percentage there at 75. So it really just does feel like as Orbital's getting harassed, again, Freewave looking for more bumps, I feel like if they take this facet out of Lynx's playstyle, this Lynx roster, they got the mechanics, but if that's all they're going for are these bumps, Ignite should be able to mount a lot of counterattacks here, but they just cannot seem to avoid them.
Yeah, and I mean, and obviously, like I said earlier, the bumps and the demos are really, really effective because to me, in my opinion, the diamond level and the low champ level is where you're sort of learning how to avoid those situations, avoid the bumps, and learning how to bump. So, people still get really, really upset about it. And you probably know as well as I do, Bagels, that when you get triggered, your gameplay value, your gameplay quality plummets.
Yeah, and I mean, you still might be focused when you are, as for some reason the net is open. Doesn't matter, as the Lynx were going to win either way. If you are triggered, I mean, some people respond to that kind of, I don't know, I guess pressure in a way differently. Some people might play better under those circumstances. Maybe it lights a fire in them. And no pun intended, I don't think this is lighting a fire in Ignite right now. They are just I think they're getting frustrated by it. And I don't think it's making them play any better, and they just got to find a way to adapt. But I mean, certainly, it's once you get triggered like that, it's going to be hard to do that. And it looks like they're actually trying to avoid that. Looking like they're wanting to take a tactical timeout here, as we're gonna just call for it.
Yeah,
Looking to maybe try and formulate a game plan against Lynx, because it doesn't look like Ignite is too far off the ball here. It just really does feel like those bumps are completely changing the whole spectrum of this series.
that's very true. And I mean, Ignite losing the last 2 matches here, that puts them in a little bit of a situation. They had a lot of momentum in game 1. They did a really good job. They shut out the Lynx, but now Lynx has been able to take 2 off of them. And I don't know, I think that if they're not able to take this game right here, right now, that Lynx might have the juice to go forward with it and just close this out, and 4 wins in a row.
Yeah, I think that was a really good point there, because this is the difference between 3-1 or Ignite coming back and bringing it back to 2-2. And obviously, for obvious reasons, the numbers game really important there at 2-2. You got a lot more wiggle room and a lot more confidence, because if you bring it back, not only do you have more wiggle room, but you also have the confidence of winning that previous game. And if Lynx go up 3-1 here, I think you're absolutely right, Psycho. If the Lynx go up here, I don't think Ignite has a chance to come back. But like I said at the beginning, there's been so many times where a team has been up 3-1 in the series, and we've seen it go to game 6, game 7, and the team down 3-1 might not always win, but they make it dangerous.
That's very true. And I mean, reverse sweeps happen. So, a coming from a 3-1 deficit is definitely possible if coming from a 3-0 deficit is possible. So we'll see here moving into game 4, as Ignite is not in that bad of a situation. This, however, is going to be a very integral game for them, as losing this may spell demise, but it definitely put them in a most uncomfortable situation. The ball gets sent off of Ignite's backboard. Snail sends it to the side. Beats there. He misses. Freewave going to put one on, but it goes wide. Orbital makes the touch. So Orbital slows things down. He tries to get the flick in the mid, but Costly takes it from him. Costly not able to get the second touch. Isaac going to backflip in his box, and Veet gonna send it home.
Yeah, and again, another bump coming out from Free Wave, which left Isaac last back. Would have been a much more comfortable spot to have two people on defense, but once again, the bump's coming out, and Isaac, he could have stopped it, but a little too awkward after expecting Costly to make that touch. I mean, I don't blame him. It really looked like Costly had it, and even if he did, it would have been an open net, but just kind of gave up on the play because he assumed Costly would hit that shot and just couldn't react in time. But now Isaac with an open net chance to redeem himself, but couldn't find the accuracy as just big mistake right there.
Yeah, his shot gonna deflect off the post right there. Feels bad, man, for Ignite, but Isaac again gonna come off the sidewall and try and get it going as we see a double commit from Ignite. However, it's gonna not be a punishing factor for them as the ball stayed in Lynx's zone. The ball is up. Veet is up to follow it. He doesn't find the touch he's looking for. Isaac gets control of the ball. Let's see if he can make something happen, trying to dunk it off a Free Wave. And there it is. Orbital Games going to send one flying.
And this was actually some pretty good defense from Freewave here, letting Isaac hit it into him, but nobody rotating back for Lynx, and a good power shot from Orbital to send that one into the right side there. He didn't really need to put it in the right side, but again, Ignite able to manufacture a goal here and tie it up.
And we'll see if Ignite is able to keep it tied, possibly take the lead, as in last game they stuck with the Lynx for about 4 goals between both teams, but then Lynx just walked away with it, and there you have it. Costly doing exactly what I'm talking about right there, getting the advantage for the Lynx.
Yeah, and speaking of walking away, looked like Isaac and Orbital, just nobody staying back on the defensive side right there. Orbital was on the sidewall and Isaac pushing out to the midfield. Somebody should have stayed back, and it was a really good shot from the Lynx, but ultimately somebody should have been in the net right there. And now, after not scoring an open net earlier and gifting them an opportunity, Lynx, the Ignite, they really gotta come back here.
And we'll see if they are able to do that. They got just under 3 minutes to make something happen. Plenty of time. We'll see if they're able to, or if Lynx are going to continue suffocating them with the offensive pressure. Costly up for his own double, and he almost gets it, but Orbital with a big save clutches up and stops that shot as we reach the halfway point in this game 4. This most pivotal game for Ignite. They still trail by 1. Costly with the second touch. Veet also getting a second touch, but making things awkward for himself. Veet putting one on. Free Wave trying to get the block. Can't do anything with it. Costly trying to put one in. Veet keeping the pressure for Lynx. Costly off of the ceiling. Down in front. Veet was there, but Orbital sends it away. Free Wave to send it back. And Lynx is just pounding the backboard right now, Bagels.
Yeah, and they're definitely sending it up there, but that was actually a really good defensive clear from Isaac. That surely would have been a goal for Lynx. He got a little bit of a pre-flip off the backboard. Now net open on the opposite side, but again, this time a big save from Veet to send that one away. And a little bit of a defensive stand on both sides here, but it still feels like Lynx, they just have that extra bit of control that Lynx are looking to Ignite.
Yeah, well, that save that you mentioned was the first save that Lynx has had to make in this game. Ignite having to make 4 so far. So I mean, that's pretty much you hit the nail on the head right there. Lynx have been just dominating, but Lynx almost given up a goal that would have been an equalizing goal.
Oh my goodness.
What a big bump right there, Bagels. Oh, Veet trying to get it in. Costly trying to follow, but it's going to get sent out. Ignite playing some good defense here.
And they're just scrambling. They're finding the saves, but they are absolutely scrambling. Free Wave is just, I've never seen somebody harass so many people. He's coming in again for another one, but Costly too far back to capitalize. And for once, the Lynx players are not all clustered to each other. They're actually rotating back here in this game. Big bump, but again, this time Ignite, it's looking like Ignite, they're playing a little bit too far away from each other. Might want to adopt a little bit of the Lynx playstyle as, oh my goodness, Free Wave, he can't be stopped. He literally just took him out in midair.
Yeah, he can't be stopped. Holy moly, what a demo, just maniac. Holy crud. Freewave is just going crazy, opening up net after net for his team. And Ignite having a chance right here. Isaac gonna sink that one. And they only trail by one now. Ignite only trails by one. 23 seconds left on the clock, Bagels.
Yeah, a little bit of a feel side flip on the kickoff there, and it almost looked like it almost looks like Lynx is just kind of toying with their food a little bit. It looked like they kind of did that on purpose. As now Ignite pulling out another fake kickoff and faking it again, looking for the pass over, almost a little bit of a three-piece passing play. DP up. He's gonna find the shot. Actually, what a shot from the man DP Still, and there is no excuse here for Lynx. This is a banger.
And your boy coming through, DP
Ooh.
Snail, putting himself on the map right now. 12 seconds left on the clock. And we've got latency variation, for me at least, but for none of the players. Luckily, as the last 10 seconds come out before we possibly go to overtime, Ignite putting it in front of Lynx's net, trying to make it happen. DP Snail, but no, there you have it. Overtime, Bagels. This is a good one.
And another good kickoff here for the Ignite squad as Orbital looking to pass it down. He's going to find a DP. He's there, but no shot opportunity going to result from this one. It's going to have to come down to overtime here if Ignite's going to be able to tie this series up.
And they need this win more than they need anything else. Orbital going to put one on Costly, getting it away with a big clear.
Oh my!
Find that redirect. Holy moly!
And Orbital, unfortunately, just gave away possession there. And DP, he was up, but Freewave was just faster. And the one-time Freewave seemingly taking a shot instead of taking a shot at other players. He gets quite the redirect right there.
Yeah, what a shot, especially coming out from a novice player. He's probably, I wouldn't be surprised to find out that Freewave's going to be going into Challenger next season. Just how aggressive he is. And I mean, if you look at the scoreboard, Bagels, he's the lowest on the
He's on
scoreboard,
the
one
bottom.
goal, 2 shots. But I mean, I didn't see how many demos he got. It had to be 7. It had to be.
I mean, it certainly could have been around that number. And honestly, he may be on the bottom of the scoreboard, but between that highlight reel redirect and the air dribble bump, or not, I guess he wasn't dribbling. He was dribbling the carcass that he was driving into the net. But I mean, the tactical timeout, it looked like it helped Ignite a little bit. It looked like they got their offensive pressure going back in the series. But again, the defense, when they're avoiding the bumps on defense, they can stop them. But again, there's just so many demos. They can't stop this Lynx roster, and primarily Freewave. They gotta get this man. They don't even. I think they would prefer if Freewave was on the ball instead of on these players.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I know that if I, as a novice player, if I was on the field right
He's
now,
just
I
chasing
would
him.
be. He is just chasing them. That's what I'd be doing. I'd be like, guys, I'm just gonna chase Freewave. Freewave with another one. So disrespectful. And there it is. Veet just gonna let that one bounce in. Lynx gonna take the early lead in Game 5.
I think he has 3 demos already, and it's only been 30 seconds. I mean, there's just nothing. There's just nothing Ignite is doing to try and avoid these. They gotta flip out of the way. They gotta jump. They gotta flick their camera, see where he's coming from. They just gotta do something to get out of this man's way, because he's gonna be coming for you.
Yes, all day, every day. We're seeing, oh, look, Isaac just got a double. Oh, Snail can't get it in. It's going to hit off the post. No, that is not what you love to see if you're an Ignite fan. A dropped opportunity. So much happening in this game so far, Bagels. Only a minute gone so far. I know Lynx is up by 1, but I feel like Ignite's like, no, we're gonna start demoing a lot now.
I mean, actually, Ignite has ramped up the bump game of their own, but I mean, certainly not to the extent that the Lynx players are at, but that was just such a clutch solo play from Orbital. He juked out the whole Lynx team. He even got him with the little stutter step pop, and DP Staley had the open net and just completely botched that opportunity, and that would have been a huge answer back after giving up that goal early. But here's Isaac trying to make something happen, finds the flip reset, can't
Wow.
quite find the follow-up, but I mean, either way, this is a high octane series right now between the bumps, the mechanics. As Freewave, he's just clearing the way once again.
Yeah, Free Wave has turned this game into a demolition
Oh
derby
my
as
god.
he just gets demo after demo, and we're not even halfway through this match. Lynx still up by 1, and if they win here, they send Ignite home and move forward. And DP Snail getting it.
Oh,
Freewave misses the ball but gets the demo. I'd expect nothing less from this man at this point as Isaac's going to shoot on an empty net. Get the dunk on Freewave and tie it up.
I mean, I don't know if this is the Lynx roster just messing around as a whole, or if it's just Freewave. I mean, maybe Costly and Veet are getting mad at Freewave for just seemingly not playing the game. But I mean, I'm sure at this point, I mean, they've been playing long enough with each other. They know how he's going to play it. I'm sure they're all for it, but the Lynx, it really does look like they're playing with their food. They are absolutely messing around here as they are just flinging themselves into each other.
I was
But
going to
yes,
say, Bagels.
Freewave, he completely disregarded the open net to get the demo. I mean, that's a strat if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Bagels, dude. I've seen some serious novice moldage over this Lynx roster and how they demo, and I'm seeing now that it's mainly just free wave. It's once they get ahead, he just starts going for demos, and like you may get mad at it, but dude, that's a strat, and there's a strat that works in Novice League for sure, as
Yeah,
we've been seeing.
they just gotta find. I've been saying it the whole series. They gotta find some way, but it really is just free wave. I've seen Veet and Costly go for a few bumps, but they really haven't been that effective in doing so. And Freewave, he's just cruising. He's taking a trip around the field. He's grabbing a few big boosts, even the tiny boosts. He's just slurping them up. But on his way out, he is just bumping. He's clawing. He's scratching, and he's just taking it to these Ignite players. And it seems like the only way Ignite scores is if they're not getting bumped.
That is very true, but it is tied up. Minute 15 left on the clock. So Ignite not out of this yet. Ignite has to win right here. They have a minute to figure something out in regulation before we go to overtime if they can hold Lynx off. But they cannot lose this game or they will be going home, and that will be the end of their season. Isaac getting the dunk, sending it off the backboard. 45 seconds left before overtime. Isaac putting it off the backboard. Isaac going to go there to follow. Gets an awkward touch. Orbital pops it up to the mid. Costly to send it down. DP Snail with a bad touch. Costly, though, can't get it into the net, but he does pop it in front as Veet sends it off the backboard. Orbital sends it to the mid. Isaac with the clear out to Lynx's backboard. Orbital sends it across the mid, but nobody from Ignite there to take a shot. As the last 10 seconds wind down, Veet's going to put it in front of the net. Costly sends it to the side. Last second, the ball touches, and now we have an overtime in Game 5.
And the overtime didn't exactly go Ignite's way last time, although here might be able to catch him out. But Freewave deciding that was a good time to touch the ball, and certainly so, as that would have been the end of the game. And we'll have to see. The overtime ended pretty quickly last time around. We'll have to see if we can get a lengthy one here, or if Costly's going to end the series, but just missing that one off to the side.
And that was so close for Ignite right there. They almost just got sent home by Costly, but they were able to keep it out. Isaac sends it across. DP Snail can't get the touch that he's looking for, but Orbital is going to get the clear. Orbital again puts it in Lynx's backboard, gets it again to put it in front of the net. Costly going to send it to the side. As Snail puts it off the backboard, Costly gets the touch. Costly with the follow down to Veet, who pops it up off the sidewall. Orbital gonna find it. He's gonna put it in, and he's gonna get the win for Ignite and send us into a game 6.
Yeah, and ultimately the Lynx playstyle just it's an all or nothing kind of vibe with them. They're just between V and Costly, they're just fighting for possession for each other on the ball. They're double committing left and right, but up until this point, they haven't really been punished that much. And Freewave, Freewave's in his own little world right now, and the Lynx are thriving on it so far. But I mean, I don't know if they, I'm really I don't even know what to think of the Lynx. I really feel like they're just messing around, and maybe they were listening to the stream and they heard me say 4-2. Maybe they just wanted to make the 4-2 a reality. But Freewave, he's in his own little world right now, and he's enjoying himself.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they are, maybe they are. I mean, Freewave last game was doing pretty much the same thing. He was at the bottom of the scoreboard of the Lynx scoreboard at the end of that game. This game, this most recent game, he was actually the second player on the scoreboard, and he was still pretty much doing the same thing. I mean, he had to have like 10 demos in that game. That was insane. And we'll
Who
see,
knows?
moving into game 6, Bagels, if he continues to do the same thing. But you know, maybe we'll see Ignite take advantage of that again here if he does.
Yeah, and I mean, I sound like a broken record at this point, but really, if Lynx are continuing to play this way, all Lynx has to do, or excuse me, all Ignite has to do is avoid the bumps. If they avoid the bumps, they score every time, and that's what happened in that overtime. As I think that was Orbital was able to put that on with enough power to sneak its way through, and it's just gonna be up to the whole team here. If they can avoid Freewave's bumps, or we'll have to see if Freewave actually tones down on the bumps. But somehow I don't consider that a possibility as he's charging it again. Looking for another one, but here's Costly off the backboard looking to find Veet. They will find the high-flying play off the backboard to score first.
Yeah, and I gotta wonder if Freewave didn't just put the fear of God in those boys as he came in for the bump. And I mean, hey, that was a good pass play and a good goal from Veet right there. But Ignite having like the Vietnam flashbacks right there.
Yeah, I just watched the replay on my second monitor, and it was like a synchronized swimming. They saw Freewave coming in, and they both jumped at the same time because they did not want to get bumped. And if one of them stayed down, they might have been able to send that shot away. But they're just so afraid of this man on the not even on. I was gonna say on the ball because naturally they should be afraid of people on the ball, but they are afraid of this man's presence just on the field.
And I don't blame them. Just watching this game myself is giving me PTSD. Anybody who bumps me, I'm just going to wake up and have nightmares. Oh no, Freewave's coming to get me. But we'll Ignite trying to get back into this game. Costly going to put one on, but it's going to hit off the backboard. Veet to Costly. Costly pops it up to the mid. But he's just going to follow it. He's just trying to keep it away from Ignite, not giving him any chance to set anything up. But Orbital's going to send one all the way down. Nobody from Lynx is back. Costly trying to get there, but can't.
And Snail trying to do the reversal here, trying to find a bump onto Costly, didn't find it, and almost able to find the save there, but Snaily might have been better off just trying to speed that ball up. But either way, Ignite, once again, it seems like every game, games 1 through 6 here, whether they've won or lost, at some point, they have been tied with Lynx, and either the game slips away from them, or they're able to hold on. But I mean, it's just it feels like the mid game is a really close game, and then all of a sudden the Lynx, as soon as that halftime marker passes, they just ramp it up somehow.
Yeah, that's very true. And maybe like you mentioned earlier, maybe that's a calculated strategy for them. Maybe they're sort of, deciding to give Ignite a little bit of hope here and there. I don't know. Some people like to meme, some people like to do all sorts of crazy things, but we're definitely seeing Ignite maybe have some inconsistencies here, but that's going to be a dunk from Freewave, and he's going to get a goal off of it.
I mean, okay, was he actually trying to go for the ball there? Was my question, Or was that a
maybe not.
happy accident?
I mean, yeah, he's probably going for a demo. Let's be real.
I mean, did the ball just happen to hit him? I don't know if he was trying to jump and hit the player in midair again, but I don't know. It seems like when Freewave is on the ball, he's just as successful as when he's off the ball, and he's just a two-way player. It looks like. As hold on a second,
Oh,
Isaac looking for the solo play follow up there for
oh,
Orbital to put that one through, and a quick counter from the Ignite boys.
yeah, good play from them. Isaac almost able to follow his own touch there. Not quite, but Orbital Games coming in, gonna clean it up. And Orbital has been coming in clutch so far for Ignite, keeping the dream alive for them here in game 6. Trying to send this oil mine to a game 7 free wave, trying to get a goal right there, trying to get the advantage, but it's going to get saved away by Ignite's defense. DP Snail takes it off the top of V, gets it past one, but not able to get it in front of the net as V is going to clear it away. Orbital sending it off the backboard. V misses the touch, and that's going to go wide as we see Isaac get a demo. Right there, we're starting to see Ignite take a little bit of the aggressive standpoint here. 1 minute, 30 seconds left on the clock. Freewave putting one on, but it goes high. Orbital trying to get in front of it, getting demoed. I'm not sure that Freewave intended to do that one, but he's going to add it to his. That's a notch to the belt right there, Bagels.
I think he was actually just trying to 50 the ball, but the demo just happened to work his way out. And actually, yeah, Ignite, they're starting to bump as well as, hold on, almost an air
Ooh.
dribble pinch play coming out. But Isaac, he actually got that air dribble 50, and he bumped one of the Lynx players off the ball, and that's how Ignite scored that second goal. So definitely trying to get involved in the bump game themselves, but I don't know how many times I can say it. If they avoid the bumps, they score. Simple as that. But another bump coming out, and Costly rushing the opportunity. Had a lot of open net to work with right there.
Yeah, and it dropped opportunity for Lynx right there. They would have been able to take the advantage in the game here, take the lead. Orbital going to send it out. Costly taking it slow. Costly going to put one on, but Isaac able to get back, get in front of that one, keep the dream alive for Ignite. As we see Freeway 50 through the Ignite's defense, both defenders, sends it up. Costly puts it down, finds the angle, but Isaac's there, sends it away. Clutch save from him. DP Snail getting the demo, but Freewave getting a demo of his own. Wouldn't expect anything less. As the ball goes down, Beats puts one on, but it goes high. 1 second left. The ball only has to touch the floor. And as we move, and we will move into overtime on game 6. There you have it, Bagels. Let me ask you right quick. Do you think Ignite is going to take us into a game 7? Do you think Lynx is about to close us out?
I think it's certainly a possibility. Anything could happen here if they just avoid the bumps. But, I mean, this is going to be our third overtime in a row as Orbital on the last stand getting a save to send that one to the side. And, you know, I wouldn't be surprised with Forbidden Temple here, Psycho. Ignite just could punch their way to game 7.
That's true. It is Forbidden Temple, the craziest map where the kooky things happen. Oh, and we see the double come out from Ignite, the double miss. Vita put one on, but Isaac stayed patient, stayed solid, got the save. Oh, this one put down like would have been a sniper goal, but Costly getting in front of it. Veet sends it out. Costly gets dunked by Isaac. Ignite keeps it in Lynx zone. Ignite puts it off the backboard. Costly sends it down. Isaac to send it back. Free wave off the side, sends it all the way over to the other side of the pitch as Snail pops it up. Orbital can't find his touch. Isaac keeping the pressure for Ignite, but it gets sent all the way back. This is dangerous. Snail sends it to the side. Free wave trying to keep it in. Free wave does. V gets the 50. Snail to send it out. Isaac's going to take it. Isaac can't get it through Costly. 1 minute 30 gone by so far. Oh, no. Freewave's up. He gets it off the backboard, but he can't find the double. Snail makes the touch. Orbital Game's going to take it slow. Trying to get it off the backboard. He does. He puts it in front of the net, but Freeway clears it away. We're almost at 2 minutes here, Bagels. Neither team finding the back of the net yet, and you can just cut the tension with a butter knife right now.
The butter. I love butter. We got the food. There it is. We got the food. As hold on,
We
Orbital.
got
He's
the
gonna almost find it. DP Stale trying to follow up as well. Here's Isaac looking to put it away, but Ignite. They've actually looked really good here in this overtime, and they've just come short on a few opportunities. I feel like if they get one or two more, they could finally crack this Lynx defense.
Yes, I couldn't agree more. But
Oh,
Feet gonna find it
oh
right there.
no!
He's gonna put it in, and he's gonna send Ignite home for the season. Lynx moving on in the playoffs.
Oh, that was such a big save, but just the unfortunate bounce off the corner. It gets sent in off his own car. And they were so close to coming to a game 7 there for Ignite, but ultimately I think they got nobody but themselves to blame in that overtime. They had so many high quality opportunities. They just needed to put one through in front of that Lynx net in that 2 minutes of overtime, but just weren't able to sneak through as just oof. Between the demos and that's how you lose the series. You gotta be reeling if you are the Ignite boys. But I mean, they put up a hell of a fight against this Lynx team. Who crystal ball moment 4-2 did happen,
Hey.
but the Lynx. I mean, oh, I don't know if that play style is gonna work the rest of the playoffs, but it's certainly put on a show here.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to see as Lynx are going to be moving on into the semifinals where they will be going up against the Vikings, who we saw beat Acceleration, the number 2 seed, earlier tonight. But that I don't know. For Lynx, that might be a good one. You know, their demos might not work out so well. They did here on Ignite, and Ignite tried to adapt, and I mean they came pretty close, but in the end, it was just a little bit too much for Ignite to come back from.
Yeah, and they did exactly what I wanted them to do. They won game 1 in a pretty convincing fashion. It was only by 1 goal, but I don't know what happened. Somehow that game 1, Lynx are like, hold on, we actually have to try. We have to try against this Ignite team because Ignite, despite all the bumps, all the demos, all the shenanigans coming out from Freewave, they were in this series as much as we kind of made it out to be that they weren't in this series. If they just avoided just one bump here or there, they were suddenly in the series and they were taking it to Lynx. If if they took Freewave out of his game, they could score. Isaac was looking really good on the offense. DP Snail had a lot of defensive saves and crazy goals of his own, but ultimately the Lynx were just too much to handle.
Yes, they were. And as I just stated, they will be moving forward against the Vikings, which will be happening sometime next week. But that's pretty much going to wrap us up here for this match. However, we do have one more spicy banger coming at you. We're going to take a quick break here, not very long, before we're going to get back into the action. And when we do, we're going to be coming in at the Challenger League. We've got the Bishops versus the Tigers. It's going to be a really good one, I think, Bagels. I want to thank you for joining me in the booth. I'm so happy we got to cast together again because it's been a long time. It's too few and far between for us.
That was certainly one way to break the streak for us. That was a very interesting series, and we got the butter in there. And I was talking with Curios. I was talking with Curios last night, who's unfortunately eliminated from the playoffs. And he was talking about a buttery, and I didn't know what a buttery was, but it's apparently some sort of biscuit treat uh, pastry sort of thing. Anyways, we're doing exactly what Rocker Man doesn't want us to do when we're rambling about food. So I think we will be headed to that break here, and we'll be catching you guys in a few for that Challenger League matchup.
I can feel this tide choke my neck and I just wonder why I'm buried in a suit I'd never buy, a suit I'd